Hey, greetings to my beloved. Just going on an evening stroll. It's kind of crispy outside and nice. It's nice. Got a quick message for you. Listen. All right? The power of prayer cannot be overrated. You've got to be strong. You've got to want the victory through Yahushua HaMashiach so much that you're unwilling to relent to the enemy. You've got to stay on your knees like Daniel the prophet. And you've got to develop a lifestyle that is over and above the weakness that you once gave into. So when you've got a foothold over your weakness, your lifestyle now must plug in the vacuum that is the result of you overcoming that weakness with a lifestyle that will prevent that weakness from coming back. Now, if you don't do this, your victory will be short-lived. Case in point, Daniel, when he was abducted, taken into Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar's armies, he was snipped, his manhood, was cut, meaning he was castrated. But that didn't stop him from being a man. He developed a prayer life that was heroic. And throughout his stay in the Babylonian Empire, that prayer life was so powerful. It brought him up to the highest echelons of society. He became the friend of his enemy, Nebuchadnezzar, to the saving of the soul of Nebuchadnezzar. God gave Daniel gifts. Do you understand me? Gifts that he was wiser than his teachers, and he was a discerner of the times, and he was an interpreter of dreams. He was a prophet right throughout the time of the duration of the Babylonian Empire. And that only lasted 70 years. So by the time the Medes and Persians came around, he was an old man. Now watch this. That being said, his next challenge was in the Median Persian Empire. And for that challenge to be met head on and for him to conquer, his lifestyle had to be maintained. And that's what he did. He's an old man now, in his mid-80s, and a decree came out. No prayer, no petition made to any god or man except the king Darius. Now the king was his friend. And the king, King Darius of the Median portion of the Persian Empire with the Medes, he elevated him to being the president of 120 princes. 3 presidents, him being the first. They all hated him. All these presidents, all these princes hated him. So he's one against 119. But he had a prayer life. One with God is the majority. He had a prayer life. They may have snipped his manhood, so to speak. He may have been castrated, but that didn't stop him from being the man of God. So he had a prayer life that was so strong. 119 enemies couldn't stop him. They managed to get him thrown into the lion's den. Why? Because they wanted to shut down his strength. He was so excellent. He was a man of character. The king knew his worth. This man, Daniel, he was intelligent par excellence. His wisdom was phenomenal and known all over the Median portion of the Persian Empire, and they could not find a weakness for him except for his prayer life, and they thought that was a weakness. Listen, folks, they put up that mandate of no request, no prayer to any god or man except King Darius. Now he, having an ego, didn't think that these people were against Daniel. He thought they wanted to give him honor because he's such a nice king, you see. So yeah, King Darius, we want to honor you and make sure that nobody asks any petition of anyone or any god except you for 30 days. Oh, really, guys? Oh yeah, really. Okay, bring me the documents, I'll sign it. Sealed with his ring, and the law of the Medes and Persians could not be altered. Couldn't be altered. Done. And the king himself can't change it. And so it was posted all over Babylon. Daniel didn't care because he's a man. He's a man of God. And he opened up his windows towards Jerusalem. Remember in the prayer of Solomon, Lord, if we're taken captive, we're in a far country, and if we pray towards this place where your name is called, wherever we are, you're going to answer, oh God, please help us, forgive us, and change the situation. And have mercy upon your people. That's what Solomon prayed in 1 Kings chapter 8 and 2 Chronicles chapter 6. Read it, it's powerful. The prayer changes things. And so God signed and sealed it, told Solomon, I have heard your prayer and I will answer it. This is the deal. And so Daniel remembered that, and he opened up his windows and he prayed towards Jerusalem unto the Most High, Yahuwah, Elohim. In spite of the mandate. So what happens? His enemies knew his routine, you see. So Daniel didn't seek out convenience. He sought the Most High under the pressure. Well, he was arrested, and the king tried to save his friend because he realized they weren't honoring him. They were trying to get rid of Daniel, who was the best friend of the king. The king tried all day to try and circumvent the law of the Medes and Persians. Couldn't do it. But you see, Daniel prayed. That's what will do it. And they threw him in jail. Well, they said, look, king, you're the one that knows more than anyone else that the law of the Medes and Persians cannot be altered. And so he realized, that's your heart, eh? Okay, guys, you wait. So he's walking Daniel to the lion's den, because that is the sentence against anyone that breaks that law. They're to be thrown to the lion's den. So he's walking with Daniel, and he's saying, Daniel, the God that you serve, he will deliver you. Did you hear what the king said? He will deliver you. The king had faith that the God of Daniel that he served so diligently will deliver him. And Daniel was thrown in the den. The Lord sent an angel to shut the mouths of the lion, and these guys, these huge kings of the beasts, became his friends. You see, when your ways please the Lord, he'll make even your enemies be at peace with you. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7. Or is it verse 8? Check it out. But it's one of my favorite quotes. All right, Proverbs chapter 16, verse 8. I do believe that's what it is. Anyway, there he was with these overgrown pussycats, having a nice, great night rest, praying unto the Lord, and an angel is his company. The king wouldn't sleep. His friends are partying, having a good time. We got rid of Daniel. Oh, really? God is about to change the mandate of the country. Not only of the country, of the entire empire. In the morning, the king didn't sleep a wink. Comes to the den. Daniel, did the God you served faithfully deliver you? Oh, king, live forever. I'm innocent. My God has sent an angel to be my comfort last night. And he saved me from the wrath and the mouth of the lions. So he was taken up, and those enemies, they, their wives, their children, they were thrown into the den of lions, and they were eaten. And Daniel, his faith was rewarded, and the law of the Medes and Persians was changed, and the King Darius said, I make a decree. Anyone speaks anything against the God of Daniel shall be thrown to the lion's den. Their houses shall be made a dunghill, and all memory of them will be destroyed. And that changed the law of the Medes and Persians because of a man's prayer life. One man. Develop a prayer life and be a conqueror. Not just victorious, but a conqueror. Shalom to